So I guess you all can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, so today we'll be
Yes, we
talking
can.
about, yeah, thank you. Today we'll be discussing SEO, search engine optimization. We are going to be looking at search engine optimization. We are going to be looking at uh, checklists. We have a checklist for search engine optimization, how you can optimize your website, also your content, blog posts. Then we'll eventually look at how we to set up Google Search Console, which is one of the first things you need to do to optimize your website. I hope you guys can hear me clearly, right?
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Okay, thank you. So, search engine optimization, you must have heard of SEO. Can somebody just tell us what they understand by the word SEO? What do you understand by SEO? Can somebody do that for us real quick?
Okay.
Mr. Okay, yeah, go on, sir.
Okay. A bit of what I know about search engine optimization is like we like say an algorithm put in place that makes your when anything is searched on Google to be rank high, or like for instance if you search stuff on Google, what makes one to come before the other. At times you see you have to next go to different pages over the same thing you type before you see some
Yeah.
other people's own. Why? But then you see somebody else own come up first, second, or third, something like that. So that principle behind it that make it to be ranked on time, higher, is what generally search engine optimization is all about, I think.
So what do you think are do you know, can you give us some of the things that makes one website to rank higher than the other?
I can't really say much what went on behind the scene that made it happen, but I don't really know much.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess that's why we are here now, to know more about search engine optimization. Thank you very much, Mr. Obaro. Can I get a clap emoji for him, please? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So, like you said, search engine optimization is the process of optimizing your website, of the set of things you kind of put in place so that your website rank higher than your competitors. So all these things are just practices, things you should do so that Google will notice your website, so that your website can rank higher, so that when people search for things that are your products, you come up instead of your competitor. So normally, people overuse the word search engine optimization sometimes as just one thing you have to do. Search engine optimization is a whole lot. It's not just one thing. There are a lot of things that you can do, and it is never ending. It's not something you do and you just abandon, or something you do and you just you expect results immediately. It is a consistency. It is the consistency that makes you stand out. It is the longevity of your best practice of SEO that would eventually pay off. And most of the time, search engine optimization will probably be, let's say, free, organic. You don't necessarily have to pay for it, but it just involves a lot of things you have to put in place and do the right thing at the right time so that your website ranks higher than your competitors. So we will be looking at SEO checklist, 41 tips to optimize your website. So this link, I'm going to just share it with copy link. I'm going to share this link in the group. So in your free time, you can go through 41. 41. Yeah, 41. So you can see it's a whole lot. So you can go through this checklist from SEM Rush to understand the things to put in place for search engine optimization. However, we are going to go through some of these ones I've listed here together. Then I will explain them to you. Then we would set up Google Search Console for a website so you can see what it's about. So first of all, from the definition, yes, the search engine optimization is the process of optimizing your website, content, and online presence to rank higher in search engine results page. They call that SERPs for relevant keywords and phrases. So the whole point of is just like I said earlier, to rank higher. So some of the things you have to do for your website. Once you have a website, the first thing you have to do is yeah, some of these things come after you've built your website. Some of these things you have to put in consideration while building your website. For example, this mobile first now that we have here, most your website has to be mobile friendly because most of our your audience are always on their phone. So it's important there to put mobile first when building your website rather than prioritizing the web version. There's the web version, which is what you can view from your website, and there's the mobile version. It's always important to prioritize the mobile version. And there is search Google Search Console. The Google Search Console, it's a tool that you put on your website so that Google can effectively and crawl your website and index your website. When Google crawls your website, it means once you have this tag on your website, it means Google would have the ability to come to your website and see and go through your pages to know what your website is about. So that is crawling. Then indexing means once Google comes to your website, then the Google kind of arranges your content and index them, saves them on its memory, so that when search results for those contents come, it can send the result as to people that make the search people that are making those queries, if you understand what I mean. So what it tells you is that the essence of Google Search Console on your website is so that Google can effectively crawl your content. Without the Google Search Console, it will be very hard for Google to actually come to your website and see your content. And indexing means categorizing and grouping those contents according to their keywords, and so that it can allow Google to show up those results when people search for the keywords relating to your business. So, like I said, we are going to set this up, Google Search Console, today, so you can see what it looks like. Once you have it set up, it will tell you what pages on your website have issues and recommendations on how you can optimize your website better. So, part of the Google Search Console is also the sitemap. It is important that whenever, if you are the one creating your website, or you have somebody, most of the time you have a developer creating your website for you, you have to always request for a sitemap. A sitemap is just like what the word map, more like the navigation to your website. How do people go from your home page to XYZ page? How do people move from the home page to this page? So it's important to have a sitemap, and this sitemap is something you upload to your Google Search Console. Once you have your Google Search Console set up, you upload your sitemap to your Google Search Console. So most of the time you request for your sitemap from your website designer or developer, then you upload it to your Google Search Console. Sitemap most of the time comes in a format. There's this format they call UTF-8 format. So you can just Google sitemap format. So but most of the time, once you send it to your website designer that you need the sitemap, they will give it to you. So, and also one thing to note is your website needs to have a blog section for every website, because at the end of the day, most times on your website, you rarely change the content on them, right? Because it's the same business, you're offering the same services, unless you are like an e-commerce website where you have to upload new products. Most of the time your website is there, so that your website does not become stagnant and become dormant. You have to have a blog section where you upload content regularly. So when you check most top websites, they normally have a blog section. Yeah, that with your blog section is what we use for the content marketing we discussed about, because at the end of the day, you can't just be writing about come and buy my products every day in your blog section. So you need to attract people and give valuable content that will bring them to your website. So that way it allows Google to rank your website higher as a website that has value and improve your quality score as well. So once you have a blog section where you write valuable content and people come there, you have the right number of traffic to your website, because those are the things that would attract traffic to your website organically without paying a kobo. All you have to do is get a copywriter, a content writer to write articles, blog articles for you, and you post. It can also be news about a product, anything, press releases and things about your brand, but also content that are valuable to your target audience. So it's also a way of attracting your audience to your website. So it's important that your every website that you have should have a blog section. However, there are also external blog websites you can use, like Medium. I don't know if anybody knows Medium. Yeah. We know Medium, right? Okay, nice. We have other people have joined in. Faith Ogeme has joined in. Yeah, give me thumbs up if you know Medium. Have you ever written an article on Medium? Nice. Is Laura here? I don't think so, because she says she writes content, so she might want to tell us one or two things about. She's not here. Okay, Stephanie is here too. Good to have you guys, even though you guys came late. Now I'm having more ginger now. Thank you very much for joining. So like I was saying, so the blog section is important to keep your website updated daily. Necessarily not daily, it might be weekly content. Just make sure you have content on your website, because if you just leave your website like that, you've set it up and it's just there, then it becomes dormant. There's no way it's going to rank higher. So it's important. These are the best practices or things you should put in place and put into consideration if you intend to optimize your website. So then there's the search bar. It's important you have a search bar, especially if you're an e-commerce, but if your website doesn't have much content, you might necessarily not need a search bar. But if your website has a lot of content, it's important to have a search bar, and it's also that helps with indexing as well. Like I said, for with Google algorithm. So when you have a search bar now, people can actually search for what they are looking for rather than finding ways to navigate your website. One of the things that you also have to know, that your website has to be easy to navigate. It has to be straightforward. When you're on the home page, there should be a menu bar where people can see, okay, where am I going? I'm going to products, I'm going to services, I'm going to training, I'm going to this, I'm going to that. It's important you have a search bar so that it can be easy for people to navigate your website. And also there should be an FAQ section. But the thing with FAQ section is I'll show you something real quick. You can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so you guys can see what I'm searching for. Yeah, so this was the sitemap format I was telling you, UTF-8, but you don't necessarily need this grammar. All you just need is send it to your website developer to build it to give you this sitemap. Once they give you, you upload it. I'll show you on the Google Search Console when we get there. So now, when you look at your website now, when you look at your search, this search results now, you will see something here, this place, this box here. people also ask. The essence of what these things get their results from your FAQ section. So it's always important that you look for the key words and search queries. You know, in search queries now, there's something they call search intent. Yeah. Why are people, there are some search intents which are questions they are trying to get answers to. So those type of search, there are some search intents that is to purchase. So when people search for things, the way if it's a question, then an FAQ will be a right way to address that. So once you have an FAQ on your website and people search for your products, this section, you come out in this section where you get people also ask how to write a sitemap, step by step, how to make a sitemap. So most of the time, it's also important that when you are writing this content for your website, which is always why even when you are building your website, it's important that you have a content writer or a digital marketer to help you make sure that your content are search engine optimized. So every word on your content has to be intentional. It has to speak directly to your audience. You don't just write website content off your head like this is where the inspiration is coming from. You have to look for what are people, my audience, searching for. Then your content should be tailored to speak directly to your audience. So in the FAQ section, what you just do basically is, for example, you go to keywordtool.io that I showed you guys last week, or there is Google Trend. There is a different search keyword research tools that you can use. Then you look for example, let me just show you a quick one. Stop sharing for a second and just go to keywordtool.io. Yeah. Somebody raised their hand.
Yes, I did. Faith Ogene is saying she can't see your screen. So I wanted to ask if anyone else is having that same issue.
Oh, okay.
Please, can we all see Mr. Mayowa's screen?
Yeah, very clear from my side.
Nice.
She said she can see it now.
Okay. So, for example, can somebody give me an example of a product that I can search for here? Do we have an idea of a product that we can use? So let's see. Somebody dropped something. No. So let's see. So this is, or like on keyword tool, there's Google, there is YouTube. So it's always important you indicate which one you are searching for. So let's tech training. Yeah. So we have, yeah, these are the keywords research of what people are searching with the keyword tech training, right? So let's see here, there's questions here. So nice. See this one now. I like this. This was not actually there before, which is why I said for digital marketers, you have to always update yourself, follow the trends and all. Now, before you just have keyword suggestions, there's no option for questions. So see now, how to become a tech pro. This is just a typical example of what you can do with what do I call it now? With FAQs, right? Or with your blog articles, trying to optimize your website for search engine. So you are a tech business, you run a tech training business, and you are trying to target your audience. What you need to do is just come to this place like I did now, regardless of what your product is, and you just go to the question section like this. How to become a tech pro, you copy it, Are tech schools worth it? You copy it. Let's look for. Okay, so these are what training do you need to be a vet tech? Probably, I think this is for veterinary doctors. I'm not sure. So you pick the ones that are related to your brand, to your product, right? So what you just need to do is write an article on this, how to become a tech pro. Write an article on it, then you are good. You can just write five tips to become a tech pro. Column how to become a tech pro. Just make sure this keyword exactly as it is here is in your article, in your title, the title of your article. Before you know it, you start writing content related like that to your business like that. There's another one here. There's a lot of tech trainings. So to not because it's kind of bringing different there's pharmacy. So now there's how to become a tech expert. What tech skills should I learn? These are articles you can develop articles on. You write it and you post it on your website. Before you know it, if you continue with trends like that, you begin to pop up for search queries in this section. You begin to pop up here where people also ask. Like, for example, water park. Like the business I told you I was let's see. So this brand actually, this brand you are seeing here is actually a brand I worked with when I was in Delta State, I told you. So see now, what is the largest water park in Nigeria? Is bringing it out. Park Water Park is the largest. Well, nobody actually did the, what do I call it now, the measurement or whatever. But because we've written articles related to Park Water Park is the largest water park in West Africa, then it just keeps popping up. If I put water park in Nigeria now, the 10 best water park amusement park in Nigeria, you have Park Water Park popping up here. I'm using another Chrome entirely. It's not like I'm using the Chrome that is related to the business. This picture is Park Water Park's picture. I probably took this picture. I'm very sure I took that picture. So, like I was saying, so these are, see, how much is Park gate fee? Ticket cost 10,000 per person. There's this from TripAdvisor, which is also something I'm going to talk about going forward in terms of checklists that things you need to put in place so that your website can rank higher among your competitors. So when you search water park in Nigeria, it's coming up. It's coming up water park in, let's say, West Africa. So the Ashford Water Park is the first water park in West Africa. But now in the pictures, this is Park Water Park. This is another image of Park Water Park. So that's basically what you can also see again. There's water chemist here, there's Park Water Park here. See videos, Park Water Park, inside the largest water park. These are video content. So overall, these are just what you need to do for your SEO. I've not even typed the name of the water park exactly. What I've just typed is water park in West Africa, water park in Nigeria, and it's coming out. Yeah, I'm in Nigeria now. Probably if somebody is typing from Ghana, they might necessarily not see it as the first one, but I'm very sure before you scroll to the end of this first page, you will see it. Where is Park Water Park located? Water park in Asaba, water park in Warri. All these queries now, when you search for them, it's going to direct you to Park Water Park. That is basically what search engine optimization is about. We are not paying one kobo for all these things to come up, basically. So that's with the FAQs. It's important you have a page on your website where most of the queries, keywords, search queries of your target audience, you write an article on it, explaining it. If it's related to your own business, you can personalize it to your business. If it's just about a generic thing, just write content on them and you have it on your page. Then there's backlinks. So with backlinks, I'm just going to share something quickly. For media now, when your marketing channels, content channels, I shared something in the group on that was it on Friday in the group where I was saying I directed to a link to my content on LinkedIn where I was trying to draw traffic to my content. However, it's also okay. Somebody sent human air. Sorry. So, however, it's also a way to. I think I added that cheat sheet to the starter packs as well. So there are types of media that you need to understand. There is owned media, which are media that you own by yourself, which is, for example, your blog article, like I'm talking about, your website, your social media accounts. Then there is the paid earned media. Earned media is your reviews, which is testimonials, other people writing content about your business. That's the end media, and you you get that over time when you have been consistent and people can see that you're an industry expert in what you do. Then when they write content about you, that's the end media. And there's the paid one where you have to pay to get seen, and that's the advertising and all of that. So for backlinks now, backlinks are a way of improving your SEO and ranking. What it basically means is now you pay or you get people to write content for you on websites that ranks better than your website, right? So these things also, but for example, with this water park now that you saw now, you can see TripAdvisor. Most of these things they go inside each other, and it might kind of be confusing. So backlinking, for example, a typical example of what backlinking is see now, the Sun Nigeria. This is a news platform, right? Park West Africa's largest water park. This is an authoritative brand, right? Authoritative platform. The Sun, there's allafrica.com, there's which one again? There's, if you check on that news now, you probably see there's Vanguard, there's this is Brand Sport, Daily Post Nigeria. So this is what they call backlinking. It's a strategy where you pay, sometimes it's free for websites that rank higher than your website to write about your brand, and they backlink to your business. So when they write this content, there's a link where when people, it redirects them to your website. So once Google sees that people are writing content about your brand, about your website, so those website pages now is carrying a link of your website. So it's like the higher the content goes, the more traffic it sees. It's kind of tells on your own website too, because it is part of it. It is carrying it along with it. So that's what backlinking is about. And also there's what they call link building as well. Link building is also more like backlinking, but the idea with link building is when you write contents on your page, and you kind of link every content you write to another content, right? In a way that your contents are intertwined and interwoven. When somebody is reading about 5 tips to let me find something for you on this. When somebody is writing about a particular thing, then you redirect that person. Maybe for example, you write a blog article about the best, how to keep your human hair. For example, the best ways to make your human hair last longer, right? Then on that article that is on your website, there's a link that takes them to your product page, where you have lists of human hair on your product page that you are selling currently. So that's basically link building. When you link a content on your page to another content on your page. So it kind of carries all your content along. So when one content is going, other contents are following it. Like it is a way of sustaining and retaining your audience. You maintain your traffic and you retain your audience. So instead of your audience reading one article and just going off your website, they are reading one article and you are suggesting other articles that relate to what they are reading. And once they click on that one, they are spending more time on your website, which signals Google that you have valuable content that people actually want. So these are ways. It's just Google SEO ranking is just like a reward system, right? Where you get rewarded once you do the right things, and you get punished once you do the wrong things. Once you start doing the wrong things, your website starts appearing lower. From page 1, you are moving to page 2. How many times have you seen somebody check or else is something you need very, very much before you can go to the second page? And almost everybody knows that the second page on Google is always what you don't want to know about. So I'm trying to find something like a backlink. Okay, so this is what they call link building now. Yeah, now this content is about Pagbega Water Park, right? This particular brand sport. They wrote this content. So after writing this content, they have a link here. This is link building. Read also 2018 GT fashion, whatever. This is what they call backlinking. This is taking you. Pagbega Water Park paid these people, or these people wrote it for free to write an article on them. Then there is a backlinking to our YouTube, to the YouTube page of Pagbega Water Park, so it directs them to their page. However, and this is a link building strategy where instead of you to now leave, once you click this link now, you are going away from this particular website. But if this website does not want you to go, so they have a link to another article on their website that they feel you might find interesting. So this is link building. This is backlinking, basically. So yeah, so you can also see. So you have the link here. So whoever is reading this website will always see this link. If they are interested, they click on it and it takes them to the website. That is like you are taking out of the traffic from this website to your website. So those are part of the ways you can. So like the menu bar, I spoke about that earlier, that when you have a website, you should have a menu section where people can see. Sometimes it's at the top. You have it at the top, like something like this. This is your menu bar. It's important you have that as well. And you have alt text. This alt text is basically naming your content, most of the time images. And if you're adding images to your website, it's always important you add an alt text, so that for people who have a sight impairment, who might probably not see, once they search for it, it will also pop up. And it also helps for image search queries. Once you search for images, when I search for guests in go to images, so you start seeing images of images of posts, but also images that you've attached to content on your website. So for your image queries to pop up, you need to have an alt text. For every image you upload on your website, you should have an alt text for it. You name what the image is about, you describe it more like a short description, then you add it to it. So it helps with image queries. When people, now there's even Google Lens where you can just click on snap something and search for it, or type in something and you expect you are looking for image results. So that's what the alt text is about. And I'll show you how to use Medium. I know probably some of you have used it before, but I'll try and show you how to. You can see how to add alt text to images. So it's important you do this. You add alt text, so you can always, whenever you want to upload images to your website, rename your image, put the description of what the image is about on the image on your desktop, that's on your computer. Then once you upload it, you copy the name and put it as alt text as well. So like I was saying, the best practice as well, you have to ensure that your website is fast loading, loads pretty fast. So you can always check that as well with your Google Search Console. Once you have a Google Search Console on your website, you've installed it on your website, they will always tell you how fast your website loads. Then you can always improve on that. It's important to know that for your image, for your website to load fast, your images have to be, the size of your images have to be low, not necessarily like you have to use low quality images. You save it as PNG files, and there's one again SVG files. So those files, there's a way they save them that the quality, the size is low, but it maintains high quality. It is clear, you can it is easy to view, but the size is low, because when the size is too much, it will take time for your website to load. And once it starts taking time for your website to load, it will increase your bounce rate. And once your bounce rate increases, what Google understands is probably people don't find your content valuable, so they just go out. Because the bounce rate means people come to your website, they don't take time, they go away. And probably the reason why they are going away is because it's taking time for your website to load. And on mobile, nobody is patient enough to wait for a website to take like 1 minute to load, even 30 seconds. You expect when you load the website on your phone, it should come out almost immediately, or else you have internet issues, right? So it's important you ensure that your website loads fast. The images on your website, reduce the sizes. Make sure you reduce the sizes. You can always use a tool like GT Metrics as well. GT Metrics, yeah. You can always use GT Metrics to see how your website is performing. What pages here? There's Lighthouse, Speed Index. So these things just tell you how fast your website loads. You see the timing there. It's taking time to load. You know why. So that's with fast loading. So direct URL path as well. So when you have your website, it's important. So let's go to HackCity. Yeah. So this is a HackCity now. This is our website. So it's important that you have, this is the menu bar I was talking about. This is the menu bar. And you can see it loaded pretty fast. It's even loading faster than this GT metrics that we want to use to check how fast the website loads. So, so now, as you can see here, your website needs to load like pretty fast. And the URL path, like I was saying, so this is the home page now. This is your URL, right? The URL path has to be direct, not slash. Some websites you see them have slash 103 something, all these numbers. Then you have another number slash something. It is not, it does not allow easy indexing for Google. So it's better you have your website and they are direct. Like if this is taking you to the training page, once you click it, slash training, straightforward, slash career, straightforward, slash news and events, straightforward, slash contact us, straightforward. So there's no point having long, excessive URLs. That it should be clear. So it's also help for people, even for people to easily remember your website, right? Like you share something on, for example, let's say Instagram graphics now. Instagram, your link will not show in the text once you post. In your post now, your caption, the links are not clickable. But once you have it on your on your graphics, for example, hackcity.tech/training, is something somebody can just take it off their head and type it on Google, rather than just having hackcity.tech/100/ You understand what I'm trying to say? So it is easy to remember when your URL path is direct and straightforward, and it also helps for easy indexing and crawling for Google. So it's important to note that. Yeah, and there's the meta tags. Yeah, so when you have your website for WordPress website now, they allow you to add your tag title and description. So once you search for content on Google, just a second. So these are your So once you, for your search queries, I'm not seeing something related to, let me just Google meta tags for you here so you can see. Yeah. Let's see. So your meta tags is this is your tag title. This particular one here in blue is your tag title. Then this, a knowledge of basic SEO, is your description. It's always important that every page on your website has a tag, a meta tag, like a description and a tag title. It's always important you add this for every page on your website, so that once that people search for that page, the first thing they see is your title and the description of that page. So it's important to do that as well. For WordPress sites, there is always this, there is something they call Yoast SEO. Is an SEO tool that you use on, I don't know why this metric is not open, that you use on WordPress. It allows you to add your tag title and tag description, and it has a way of even telling you that it should be related to your keyword. So it's always important when you, for example, you have a blog article you are posting now, whatever title you use for your blog article should be your tag title. Then you copy a part of your description of a part of your content that talks about the major keyword. You just make sure that the keyword you are targeting are in those things, in those articles you are writing. So the keywords that are in the article should always be like in the first introduction, the first paragraph of your content. You should have your keywords well written there. You should know. That's why it's important you have a content writer. So you write, like I said, when you're writing this content, it should be targeted at those particular keywords you've picked from Google keyword tool.io now. So you use that to as your meta tags, title, and description. So another important thing is listing websites. Yeah. So for listing website now, one of the important websites every business, especially if you have a business and your business is as a physical office, is to use Google My Business. I don't know. Does anybody know Google My Business here? Have you set up Google My Business? Can I get emojis? Hello? Is anybody here?
Yes, okay. We're here.
Yeah, can I get emojis from everybody? Faith Ogene, Oyedele Omalade, Rashidat, yeah. Yeah, so thank you very much. So like I was saying, listing websites is important. So Google My Business, I know you know what Google My Business is. So for example, let's go back to, let's just search like let's easy to use, probably because so this is Google My Business. So it's a platform where on Google it usually used to be separate, but now I think they've made it that you have to operate it from. So your Google Maps is linked to your Google My Business. So the idea is so that for local search queries, when people search for a product around you, it's easy for them to locate you, because if you set up Google My Business, so you show up on the map and they can easily navigate to your physical store or shop or whatever. So Google My Business is important because it allows you to show up a map, and it also allows for local search queries. So it's important that, and again, you even get to have reviews. So people who are searching for your business can actually see reviews from your guests, from people from your previous customers, and they can know what your business is about and trust you to patronize you. So it's important to set up Google My Business. However, there are other listing websites depending on what your business is about. So it's always important to look for the listing websites that for your business. Like I was working with a brand about Canada immigration. Then I had to research like over 50 website that allows for immigration lawyers to list their business. So, you know, sometimes people tend to go to niche websites to look for a service or a product. So it's important you are registered to those kind of places. For example, with this Pagoda Water Park and TripAdvisor now. TripAdvisor is a listing website, right? Because it's for people who are trying to travel, trying to visit a new place, adventure, what do I call it now? Tourism and all of that. So the website is not as big. TripAdvisor is a universal website, a worldwide website. So it's important that you make sure you register your business and you sign up for listing website. The first one, the easiest one to get is the Google My Business. Once you have a physical office, you just go to you search for Google My Business, then you set it up, you put your name, they ask you to put your address. Once you put your address, you eventually you take a picture. Sometimes you have to take a picture of your, what do I call it now, like your signboard or something, and they verify your business once and for all, and you are good to go. So whatever business you have to look for listing websites and online directories. Online directories is like when you go to a library now, there is always a directory where you see books indexed according to their name, A, B, C, and all of that, depending on what system the library is using. So it's just like the same thing, analogy for a website. If you have your website, look for directories, online directories that are related to your brand. Then you enlist your business under there. Sometimes most are free, some are you pay a token. You just make sure you register on this website so that these websites are big websites that people trust and they go to. So when they go to those places, they can always get your business. They can always get your business information and reach out to you if they want to. And it also helps for search engine optimization in the sense that once your business appears there, your website will also be there. So from there, people can redirect to your website. So it's a way of getting organic traffic. So it's important whatever business you have, look for online directories that are related. Somebody's trying to ask a question. Okay, nice. Go on, please. Oh, you're not seeing Google My Business screen share. Oh, where am I sharing? Let me see. Oh, just sorry. Thanks for, and nobody's saying anything about it. This is Google My Business now. This is it, Google My Business. Let me just do something real quick. So a Google Business Profile. Yeah. So this is let me share this tab instead. Stop sharing. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. So this is it. Is linked now to your map. So once you go to your Google Maps, you always see a part where there's business. So once you click there, if you have a physical store, always register for Google My Business so that people, yeah, somebody's trying to. You can't hear me? If you can hear me, please thumbs up, please.
I can hear you from my end.
Yeah. So this is Google My Business, like I was saying. Yeah. So okay, you can now. Nice. So you just click Google My Business and you register, sign up for business profile. It's always linked to your Google Maps on your phone. So from there you set up. You put up your pictures. If you have pictures of your outdoor, indoor, you upload everything there. So this is now for me now. I manage this business profile. This you can see is under my profile. I can edit it from here. I can request for reviews from here. So let me click view. So it also tells, you see, it tells the time. So he said I visited 2 years ago. That was when I was there. So it tells when you are open and when you are closed, your phone number is there. People can call you directly from here. So it even shows popular times. You can see when you are busy, when you have a lot of people coming to your business. So this gives your customer enough information to know when to reach, to come to. Like most of the time, if I'm going to, for sometimes then when I used to go for interviews like that, physical interviews, I would come to Google and search for this business on maps and try and see images of where I'm going, because they will require you to you can see pictures here. You can see pictures. They require you to snap pictures of your outdoor offices. So you will upload different pictures so that people can always see your business. So you can call them, that your customer can call you directly. They can go to your website from here. So your website is even linked to your Google My Business, which is why it's important. All these things, like I said, if there is no one way to search engine optimization, these are the things you have to. So I can read reviews here. I can Q&A is here for question and answer. You can always frequently ask questions, put your answers there. Whenever people type in those questions, your answers come up immediately. You don't necessarily have to be like on your phone to kind of answer on the go, like real time. So you can add tickets, you can add updates, you can even include it in your social media postings where you post on your social media, whatever content you post there, you can always post it here as an update. For example, you can see here posting about, so there are not much posts here again, I guess. So once you have this setup, it has a way of linking your overall online presence together. So now the Google My Business is here now. This is the website coming up here. Why? Because it is linked to Google My Business. Then you have questions about who is the owner of Pagbega. I don't know why they want to know the owner. So, but everything I answered here, like I was telling you about frequently asked questions, why it's important to have these things in place. So whenever, so sitting at and continuing close to at from the information that has gotten from the website. And this website has been like for over years, which was I was talking about consistency and longevity. You have to be practiced consistently for a very long time. So yeah, travel hotels entity. There's three no point of a Google My Day and you are open, you can always go there to change it. Yeah, it's Google My Business. So I'm just going to link as well in yeah. So like the checklist I shared earlier, you can check it.
Mr. Barrow, you raised your hand. Mr. Barrow, if you can hear me, you may speak, please.
I can hear you, but I'm no longer hearing presenter. I don't know.
Yes, maybe his network is a bit bad. He will join us shortly. In the meantime, before he comes back, please kindly drop your attendance in the comment section the way you did last week. So I'm going to start. Then the next person can copy my name and put their name underneath. So we can take the attendance for today before he joins us shortly. All right. So you may take your attendance now. And for the sake of those who are just joining us for the first time, you're welcome. Please kindly note that attendance is very important. So if you are here, ensure that you put your name down so we can capture it. Thank you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
How long did you guys lose me for?
I think I would say for a few seconds on my own hand.
Sorry about that. That's my network, I guess. Sorry. So I was saying that the first assignment you had when I said assignment, Abby. Mr. Barrow raised his hand. You can go on, sir.
No. It was a mistake.
Yeah, so I said the first assignment will be for everyone to look for their particular products, search for it on keywordtool.io, go to the question section, pick a particular question and write something on it, write an article on it, trying to answer that question. That's our assignment. So let me go back to sharing my screen now. Yeah. So H1 tags, like I was saying, if you are familiar with what do I call it now? With using Word documents, there's always what they call heading 1 and heading 2. So it's important that whenever you write articles, you should always use headings. You use headings so that to differentiate what you are writing, and it's also a way of telling Google what is important and what you should crawl on. So let's go to this. So this is Medium. You can always set it up if you have passion for writing. So, for example, let's click this particular content now. So this is your title, right? This is your title. This is your title. Then this is your image. I said it's important you have alt text for your images. I'm coming, I'll look for that. So this is what I call H1 tags. Yeah. So it kind of differentiates your content, and also it's also important to note that whenever you're writing for blog articles, you should always space your content. Don't write in long paragraphs. For example, now let's go to so this is your title, then this is your image, right? So this is what they call alt text. It's important. Gadgets on the table, you can see. So it's important you have alt text for all your images. So when people search for gadgets on the table now, this image will pop up. From there, your website, that is the image is on your website, so it's carrying your website's domain. So that's a way of gaining strength with search engine optimization, like I was saying. So it's important when you are writing content, you always you ensure that you space your content properly, and you don't write, for example, writing this thing like this now is not the best way to go. Like it was spaced like this so that it's easy for people to read. They can actually read paragraph by paragraph, short paragraphs, not having long paragraphs where you just read. There's no spacing, no full stop, and all of that. So, and this is what they call H1 tags. It's important to always have this in your content. So you can see if I want to increase it, if I want to reduce it. It's important to have H1 tags as well in your content. So whatever content you are writing, or when you have listings like this, don't just write it like noise. I'm selling headphones like this. So the best practice is to put it on tag like this, H1 tag like this. So all these are just for easy, so that it's easy for Google to crawl and index your content. So it knows what this content is about, and it can easily pick which one is related to whatever query your audience are searching for, right? So, and there is permalinks, right? These permalinks work with for your blog post now. It works with the title of your blog post. For example, back to story. So that now you can see here now, you have 10 best gadgets to increase productivity in 2023. Well, if it's not medium, I would remove this -4CA 77, blah, blah, blah. But this is a free, which is why it's important to have your own blog platform on your website. So basically what permalink means is your URL for your content should carry the title of your content. 10 best gadgets to increase productivity should be the same with this one, right? Should be the same with what is here. It's not like you have a 10 best gadgets to increase productivity here, then your content is saying 100 something. For example, I think this is common with, if you use Blogger. Blogger is not common again. Those days when we use Blogger, you have issues like this where you have to change the link of your post to the title by yourself. So you always take notes. But before you share your blog article, make sure the title the URL is the same as your title. It's important to note that as well. So that's basically the tips I'll be sharing with you. However, you can always check your 41 tips here to optimize your website and learn more about how other things you can include. But you should take note. Things that you should take note of is the listing website. It's important. These are, if you have free listing website, depending on what your business is about, always online directories, always register and sign up for them. Sign up for Google My Business if you have a physical store, so that people can always, walk-in customers can search for your product for your business on map, and they will take them to the page. So your business is optimized for map automatically, and it's optimized for search engine. And you also get to give you free. You also can get your customers' reviews from there. So, and also Google Search Console, like I said, I'm going to show you how to set that up in a bit. Make sure you have blog section on your page. FAQs, look for frequently asked questions and try and answer them with content on your platform. Backlinks, make sure you have other authoritative and better ranking websites write about your business, and they link it to your website. So through that way, you kind of tap from their organic traffic, and it allows Google to rank you higher as well, and makes you show faster and higher on the search engine result page. Direct URL paths, meta tags, and all of that are important as well. So yeah, let's just go through this and before we go on. So there is on-page versus off-page SEO. So I said something about owned media, earned media, and paid media. So this is also part of it. So your on-page SEO is you having those meta tags I talked about, robots.txt. That's your what do I call it now? The sitemap. And okay, that's not the sitemap. This robot.txt. I don't even know what this is, honestly. But I don't think it's important as much. You check for 301 and 404 errors as well. So when you have your website, you check for pages that you have errors on 404. That's page not found error. That's what 404 means, page not found. So you remove them. And this sitemap is the sitemap I told you about. You ask from your website developer to give you a sitemap. You put it on your website. Internal link, anchor text. You backlink your contents. You make sure you link build. Make sure they link to each other. The canonical URLs as well. Title tag for links. Site performance. All these things are things you can check with tools like this SME Rush. Then you have MOZ, you have keyword2.io, you have a SimilarWeb, Google Keyword Planner, then you have a GT Metrics. I don't know why the GT Metrics is not coming up, maybe it's network. Then off page are every other thing you do that are not on your website, right? These are SEO practices on your website page, but off page are things you do that are not on your website, which includes the online directories I was talking about, backlinking, writing forum or blog commenting, forum posting, like Nairaland is the forum as well. If there are other forums, article marketing, writing RSS feeds as well, using all this blogger and all of that. So it's important if your business, for example, you have a business in photography, wedding, events, you can always use this lady's wedding blog. Is it Bella Ninja or something? Yeah, Bella Ninja. So depending on your brand, you look for your niche websites and blog that are related to your business. Yeah. So then you make sure the right content about you if you have to pay for it. So those are the off-page SEO practices, and these are the on-page SEO practices. So most of everything we touched here, like 80% are on-page, while the off-page ones will be the listing websites, the backlinks I was talking about as well. So you can, like I said, there is the 41 tips to optimize your website here. You can always check it to get more tips. So because these things, they are specialists to it. They are people they call SEO specialists. They go way in depth more than in an ordinary digital marketer would go. So if you intend to go deep into SEO and optimization, you might probably want to do this. Like for myself now, with the Waterpark brand now, I did most of the things I listed here are things we took into consideration. I didn't go too deep like going deep like the SEO specialists would probably do. However, we eventually got the same results over time, which I said is about your consistency most of the time, and it's not about you just saying ticking all those boxes. They say you should do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. You have to be consistent about it, and you don't. It's not something. It's not a one-time something that you do today and you expect to start seeing results tomorrow. You have to do it over time. Keep on working on it, improving on it, so that you can get the results you want. Now we probably don't have to pay for this Waterpark brand now. Probably don't have to pay for search engine marketing as much again, because we've even done those things in the past. So we know for sure if you search Waterpark in Nigeria, it's going to come out. You understand? So these are the overall objective, what you intend to achieve, right? So, and it's important. You can see just Waterpark I've searched now. The name is here. In Warri, the place is in Delta State. Agbo is close to Warri and all of that. In Nigeria, it's going to come up. In Lagos, it might probably not come up, and it might come up. Let's try and see if it comes up. So it's not coming out in Lagos because of your Google My Business, which is local, like I was saying, local search optimized. It is optimized for your local search. So most of the time, why it's important to have your Google My Business profile is also because of things like when people search for XYZ near me, ice cream shop near me, some water park near me, water park close to me, and things like that, or human hair store near me. So when people search for queries like that, it narrows it down to the location where the person is and bring results in that location. So you can see when I searched there for in Lagos now, it brought out those ones that are in Lagos. That most of these ones is in Victoria Island. This one is in. I hope you guys can see this screen. No? Okay. Yeah. This one is in Okota. This one is in Cold Street. So which is why it's important to. So let's say in Warri now. She's coming out straight away. So that's why it's important. It's not a one-time thing. It's something you do with time. So for example, hotels now. Hotels will probably use hotels.ng. This is a directory. So depending on your business, you look for directories, online directories that are well-known. Then you sign up for them. Even they might not be well-known like that because they might be niche focused, but you still register on them. There's bookings.com. I think hotels use that too. So your traffic can come from different places. Those are your best strategies for SEO, basically. Yeah. So now I'll just show you real quick how to set up a Google Search Console, right? I said I was going to show you guys that. So let's just go through that real quick. So this is your Google Search Console, right? So there's something I want to show you again. There's what they call Google Tag Manager. Google Tag Manager basically is, like I said for a digital marketer, you are most time you are in between here. On your left side, you have sales. Yeah, digital marketing, there's a thin line. Before you know it, you're already jumping into sales. And on the other side now, there are some technical coding and all of that that you might be exposed to. Not necessarily have to know them, but you might get exposed to them. Sometimes if you are inquisitive enough, you might start doing one or two things with them. So when you are setting up when you have a website now and you want to start running ads, it's important that you have some tracking codes on your website, right? The essence of this thing is so that you can track your website visitors, so that you can use those data to determine your audience behavior, know their demographics, and how to better please them. So some of the things you might have to put on your website when you set up your website is Google Analytics. So that gives you data on your website visitors. You can know where they are coming from. Sometimes it tells you male or female. It tells you the age range. It tells you how many minutes they are using, the bounce rate, how many minutes are they using, how many minutes do they use before they log out, which their journey, where do they go from home page, which pages is most visited, where is your traffic coming from. So when you start running ads now, you are running ads on, let's say, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Google search now. You need to know which of your marketing efforts is bringing the best results, right? So which is why it's important to have things like analytics, Google Analytics set up. So there's Google Search Console. Why you need Google Search Console is so that Google can index and crawl your website, right? Then you have conversion trackings as well. You have a website, you are directing people to the website, but you want them to take a specific action. You can track that action on your website and know, are these people actually taking this action? And there's remarketing, like I said. No, there's retargeting. Sorry, remarketing has to do with email marketing. There's retargeting where you've shown your ads to people, but some have not taken the required action. Then you want to target them again. So you show your ads. You see sometimes you see an ad on let's say you see something on you check something out on Facebook or Instagram. Then you go to a particular website on Google, and the next thing you are seeing ads about that thing again. Or you check a particular product on Jumia and you did not buy, or on an e-commerce platform, sorry. Then the next thing you go to a particular website, you are seeing that particular shoe or dress that you checked out is because of remarketing, retargeting rather. You've seen the ad. There's a retargeting tag that is on the website that tracks people that have actually visited the website before and stores their information. Then once I activate my retargeting campaign, it starts showing my ad back to you again, just so you can take the required action, the conversion that I want you to take. So all these tags now, they are quite a lot. There are other tags as well. If you use CRM tool now, like Engage Day, you might eventually need to put those tags on your website as well, so you can track people that visit your website and take action and all of that. So these things, all these things, yeah, you can't fit everything on your website at once. So which is why Google designed the tag manager. So instead of you putting all these tags on, sending them to your website developer, put it on my website, you just put them in this. It's just this like a bus, like a downfall. Now you go into a destination, everybody is inside the bus. So it's only this tag manager that will be on your website. Every other tag will be housed in this tag manager, right? So it's important to set up your Google Tag Manager first of all. So it's just what you just need to do is, I'm trying to be sure this tag is firing. Just a second. Okay, I think it's working. Preview. Let's see. Are you guys there? Hope I'm not boring you guys out now. Okay. Like this. This is HTTPS. I'm trying to confirm that this book is connected now. Tag Assistant connected. I actually waited. I should have done this before, but I waited so that I can show you guys some things. So now it's telling me to install Tag Assistant Companion browser extension. So once you come to your Google Tag Manager, what you just need to do is okay. What you just need to do is you need to take the tag from this place, then you give it to your developer, then they put it on your website. Once they put it on your website, after 24 hours, it starts firing, right? Just a second, please. So what you need to do next now, once you have this set up, right, is to have your Google Search Console. This is your Google Search Console now. Google Search Console, you start now. So you enter your domain, right? So that's www.hackcity.tech. Whatever brand you have, whatever website you put, enter it here. Only URLs under entered address. Only URLs. Yeah, so let's say continue. Just checking to verify. So what they asked me to do now is I copy this code now. So I've copied the code, right? So this code, once you copy it, you paste it to your developer. You paste it to your developer so that they put it on the website. But in this case, because we have Google Tag Manager, what we just need to do is to copy the ST code. Okay, so let's use this one. This one remove. Let's use this instead. Let's use this instead. Sorry. Because that one is requiring that I need to I have to go to the domain account, which is your website hosting service, and I don't want to do that. So I just use this instead. I click here, So it gives me a set of codes. Yeah. So it gives me a set of code. Now, this is the tag I need. I copy this now. Then I come to Google Tag Manager. I add a new tag. Let me name it Google Search Console. And I come here. Can you guys see my screen? So I come to custom HTML tag here. Then I paste it. And then I save. Then I save tag. So then I come back here, then I verify. Can't find your this. Okay. So the verification is not going through. Let's see why. Okay. Sorry. You must be using the container snippets. Google Tag Manager. Use your Google Tag Manager account. You must be using the container snippet. So I'm trying to set up this thing now. I don't know why it's taking time like this. So you might just have to do this later. I'll show you guys how to set it up. It's here already, but I don't know why it's not firing. But once I figure that out, I'm going to show you how to do that. However, you can take it and just put it with your developer. You send it to your developer, they put it on your website. Once they put it, you can see how the screen works. Then you can make edits and all of that. So we are going to touch on that again. I have to find a way to get it to work. Then I'll show you guys how to do that. So on what we've touched today, does anybody have any question they would like to ask? Do you have any question you would like to ask?
Okay, yes,
yeah,
sir.
Go on, please.
Okay, so we majorly dwell on SEO today, search engine optimization.
Yeah.
Is there any way it has advantage or anything pertains to social media? Like, okay, is searching for stuff and of course using keywords and all of that. Is there in any way it has advantage as regards or have anything that it has to do in connection with social media of any form, maybe while searching? Can in any way take you to any of the social media handle based on the keyword type on while searching for particular stuff?
Yeah, so the way Google Search Console works is basically for websites, right? However, your social media page would also come out. But when your social media page comes out, it will probably be because somebody searched for you directly, right? So now we are talking about when people search for your keywords. Your social account will not pop up over somebody else's website. It's not going to happen. So when people search for keywords, what comes out is your website. So the purpose of SEO is almost the same. It's the same with the purpose of your social media. What is the overall objective of your business? You are trying to create brand awareness. You want your target audience to see you, right? You want your target audience to see you. You want you want your target audience to see you. So it's for brand visibility. So when people search for keywords, your social media page will not pop up over your competitor's website. So it's important you have a website that is search engine optimized. You get. So once you have a website that is search engine optimized, when people search for your own business name now, your social media account will definitely come up with it, which is why it's important you use the same name across board. Whatever name you are using on Facebook should be what you are using for your business on Instagram, on any social media platform you are using. so that when they search for you, you come out at the same, your business, when they search for your own name personally, your business name personally, your social accounts will come out. But when they search for keywords, because you are not the only one offering the service now, so you don't expect your social media account to come out. What's going to come out will be website results that are related to that particular keyword you are searching for, basically.
All right, sir.
Yeah, did I answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Who else has any other question to ask? Oh, what's there? Does anybody have any other question? So, like I said, I gave you guys an assignment now to write a blog article based on your search keyword query for your business, right? You look for your business, then you write a blog article based on it. So, yeah, so today, because we still have time now and there are still holidays, I'm going to touch on social media marketing real quick. So we can move to that. However, tomorrow we'll go extensively, but at least let's start for today. So we know, just a second. So a few things we'll touch back on SEO will be the search engine console, Google Search Console. I'm going to work on that and make sure I'll show you guys how to get it done tomorrow. I might probably record my screen and send it to you in the group so you can watch and see how to go about it. So there's social media marketing. So social media marketing, like Mr. Barrow asked, social media, yeah. So we've discussed content marketing, which is one of the strategies for content marketing that we discussed is SEO. If you actually watch the video I asked you to watch, and there's social media as well. So your social media, we've discussed content calendar, right? Talked about having a content plan, developing your weekly content calendar, and giving value to your audience. Yeah. So in social media marketing now, we have different social media platforms. We have Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. There's Reddit, there's WhatsApp, Telegram, Quora, depending on what your business Quora is a question. So Quora is also a place you can go if you are trying to know what your audience are asking about your brand. You can always go to Quora. Quora is a question platform where people get answers to. You ask questions and they give answers to it. So Quora is also a tool you can always use to know what people are asking about your business. You go to Quora, you see what people are asking, then you can always provide answers with those queries on your website as well. So Quora, that's what that's about. Reddit, it's more of a community platform where there are different topics. Then you have content on those topics. People on this side don't use Reddit much like that. People that use it are maybe, I think tech people use it, people into cryptocurrency also use it as well. So it's just an article kind of website where you write a lot of articles are written about different things, but they are sectioned and grouped according to the topic that it's about. Cryptocurrency is a topic on its own. There is finance, there is a marketing, there is whatever. So if there is immigration, so if your business is as big as that, you can always go to Reddit to get content. You can create content on Reddit as well and post there if your target audience are people that are ready to actually read and read content, because the contents are always lengthy. Most of the time is just written content there. So there's YouTube. YouTube is basically for videos. There's Facebook, text, videos, and images, right? There's TikTok for short videos. TikTok allow pictures, multiple images now as well. So there's LinkedIn, B2B, text, videos, images. There's Twitter, text, video, images. There's Instagram. So for target audience, I'm going to show you this. There's user persona as well. I'm going to talk about this, and there's a social media campaign strategy. Under content creation tools, which were the same things we discussed under content marketing, we have Canva, we have Photoshop, we have CapCut. I think is it Faith? She said she posted something that on Twitter that she has started using Canva after one of our trainings, and I also shared a video on Canva where you can just learn how to use Canva basically. So there's Instagram, there's on TikTok too. You can create your content directly from TikTok without going to. You can just open your TikTok app, record a video, do all your edits. Same with Instagram Reels. You can record yourself on Instagram, do the edits and everything right on the app there. Then you upload. So those are your content creation tools. So let's check this table out for your target audience. So see what target audience is about. Second. Yeah. So it's always important to know your target audience and kind of group them according to their needs and problems. Yeah. So this is an example of a target audience research now. So we have students, right? Which is the primary target audience. Who are the people we are targeting, basically. So it's always important to know who you are targeting. This allows you to know the type of content that are valuable to this set of people and create content in line with that. So we have the demographics, you have the age, the location. Where is the location of the people you are targeting? Then you have their needs. What are their problems? You know, I said something about FFWA, fear, frustration, wants, and aspirations. It's always important to know what the problems of your target audience are and create content that addresses those problems, which is why we have content on the FAQs I was talking about, where people are asking questions and you create content to answer them. Also, you can use that as well for social media type of content as well, where you give tips and information about particular things that you feel will interest your audience. So once you know what their problems are, you just create content that are valuable, that would solve those problems. Then before you know it, they start following you and see you as an industry thought leader and expert, like we said. So your target audience. So eventually we are all going to create a strategy plan like this. So I'm going to send the templates to you eventually when we are done with all of our training. That will be our overall project. So your target audience, your primary target audience, again, you have HackCity Tech beneficiaries, alumni of HackCity Tech. What's the age group, age range? We have age range of people here, and we have their needs and problems outlined here as well. So it's important to always do this for your social media before you start planning your content. So then you have graduates, unemployed, semi-employed, employed looking for career switch to tech enthusiasts. What age group? You put their age group here. Then you put why the reasons and their needs here. Switching career into tech, get a higher paying job. So it's always good to know your audience and outline their needs, wants, fears, and frustrations and aspirations in one place. So your content will be tailored directly. And when they come across this content, they see it as if you actually see through them, right? So then you have employers, people looking for in recruitment channels and all of that. Then you have a secondary target audience, training partners, recruitment partners, and whatnot. So then there's the user persona. User persona is also important, and we would so this is what we'll do. Because we are touching this today, this will probably be an assignment for tomorrow. So we'll have to create our own user persona. So yeah, there's a user persona, or some call it user avatar. So you have the name of your imaginary target audience, the age, you have their limitation, you have their desires, which is also the frustrations, wants, and aspirations I was talking about, the needs, goal for using the product, then frequently used channel. You you describe your target audience. What channel do you know that you can find them? Where are they? What do they do the most on this channel? You use that in developing the user avatar or persona. So here we have like 4. We have Aisha Ibrahim, 18. She doesn't think she'll be great in tech. Her desire is to learn a tech skill for free. Need to learn a skill. Our goal is to learn a tech skill at our own pace. Yeah, frequently used channels. She uses Instagram a lot and Facebook. Then we have Daily Coca. So you just create an imaginary avatar for your potential client. You know what they want, you list them out, then you address them with your content, basically. So that's what your user persona is. So there is your social media campaign strategy, which is what we'll touch eventually overall. I think that's the last module we are going to cover. Then and our final project will be for us to also create our own. So yeah, we move to B2B versus B2C. So basically, I'll just touch on the theoretical aspects. Then tomorrow, what we'll do is for Facebook, we'll go through Facebook. We'll go through everything about Facebook, from the page section, everything you can use Facebook for. Then we'll go to Facebook advertising, business suite, ad manager, and all of that. We'll touch that tomorrow. And for Facebook, we'll do that for Twitter as well, for LinkedIn. So, and YouTube, we'll touch YouTube, because TikTok is basically on mobile. It will be hard to share screen on here and go to mobile again. So, but we'll touch Facebook, touch YouTube, touch LinkedIn, touch Twitter and Instagram tomorrow. So we have B2B and B2C. I said B2B is business to business, B2C is business to customer. So the key differences are the logic, and B2B, you are marketing your business to other businesses. So it has to be logical and information driven. And for B2C, most of the time your content has to be emotion and entertainment driven, which is why you have to address their needs. What are those things that they need? Then you are, and even on that content I shared with you, I said you should check on my LinkedIn page and to your content calendar, your starter packs, right? So there's something they call about knowing your sharing triggers. What are those things that are triggering people when you start creating your content? What content are people sharing the most? What is making them share those content? Then you capitalize and leverage on those things. So it's always important to you don't just post your content and you leave it like that. You have to monitor and try and understand your audience behavior. So it's always good to work on the emotions, work on emotions and entertainment driven kind of content, the fun content that is relatable. Then you work on the emotions. What are those things that are affecting them, that their frustrations? Then you provide solutions to those things. So a more niche target audience. For B2B, your audience is always more niched. And most of the time when you have you have B2B marketing, you can always, LinkedIn is not the best places to target businesses for if I B2B. But for B2C, if you target businesses on Facebook, is quite hard to target business, but you can always, and Instagram, you can always target page owners. There's a section when we go to Facebook marketing, I'll show you where you can target page owners, admins, page admins, and all of that. So there's a broader audience of individuals. The audience for B2B is limited compared to B2C. So for B2B, primarily it's email and retargeting, while for B2C, you use social media most of the time. For B2B, again, you resolve important necessities. For B2C, you resolve basic necessities. Because this is business now. So the kind of services they will be needing is on a larger scale compared to customers, individuals. So that's the differentiation for B2B. So depending on what brand are you marketing, are you targeting businesses or are you targeting customers? So depending on that, you know what strategy to use. So there are social media audit tools that we can as well use. We have Influx. So let me search this. goes out, you can always use this for Instagram. Now they've stopped. They don't, since they don't allow you use this. That's the thing about this. I still use this thing this year. Like you can't even use it without, let's see. Nah, you have to sign up now. Okay, let's see Instagram if it will open. Yeah. So now I think you can still use it. Yeah. So what you just need to do is use this thing to download. This is a downloader. Just a second. Trying to load. So this inflat, actually, what you can use it for is to audit accounts. You want to check out a particular business. You want to check out here. Yeah. So let's say we put here. Uh, I don't know why they are using this font. Their font is ugly. So I'll just drop this link in the group. Taking time to load. Let's see, did it come out? Yeah. So this is basically what this thing does for you. What you can use it for is your for competitors analysis, right? And to audit, probably you just got a new gig and they ask you to start to manage your social media platform. You want to analyze what they are doing on their page and how they can improve on that, right? So now you can see I just typed in the username of this business of HackCity now. It's showing us a basic information about the brand, the number of posts per day, number of posts per week, posts per month. Then you have a amount of posts showing you time. So these are information you can always use to analyze your competitor. Then you know what time they are posting, right? And what time they have highest audience. Then you can pick those times and stick to those time zones so that you to get some of their to tap from their audience. Then you can also see their hashtags, right? Top hashtags that are doing well, top caption words, career skills, opportunities, professional technology, success, industry, journey, user interest, business, student, clothing, beauty. These people, I don't know why beauty people are able. So we have students here, we have business. Nice. So yeah, you can see they are performing posts, right? Most liked posts. You can see them here. So this is basically what you use Inflap for. I thank God it's working. What is the limit? So I'm going to drop the link. So you can also use it for your personal brand and also for your competitors to know what time they are posting, how many posts are they posting, and see how you can also step up your game to their level, right? And there's social blades. I think Inflat is basically for Instagram. Come a second. Link. There's social blaze. The thing about most of these online tools is you have to use them often so that they don't change something you don't know about. So this is social blade. Social blade. So yeah, you can use this for YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. It tells you what is and it audits the particular platform for you. Let's say HackCity. Okay, I'm just going to So basically what it does, this is not our own website. Let me check the original. So this is basically what it does. You can use it to know the upload, subscribers, video views, what country, channel type, what type of channel is that channel. This is for YouTube now. There's also for, so there's a grading showing you just basic information that you need to know. Subscribers, video views, on so dates, monthly gain video views. Yeah. And you can also use it for Facebook. I'm not getting the username correctly. Let me confirm. Just a second. Let me confirm the username. So I won't keep putting the wrong one there. So let's try. So it's not showing the lights. Not showing the necessary information for this one. Let's go to YouTube. So there are other tools as well you can use, but this is something you can always check out. Yeah. So basically, it gives you information about the business. You can also use it for Twitter as well. You can also use it for Twitter too. So I'm going to drop the link as well in the group. So you can check them out. Yeah. So basically, tomorrow we'll dive into Facebook advertising. Facebook will know how to use Facebook for marketing, how to use ads manager, how to set up your business manager, Facebook business suite, and all of that. So today we've touched on SEO. Understand the few practices that are best practices for SEO optimization. Then I gave you a link to the SEO checklist, 41 tips to optimize your website. You can check them out. But these are the major ones that are important. I tried showing you Google Search Console, but village people said you should do anyhow. But I'm going to check it out and either record a video to show you how to set it up. Basically, you just have to put the tag on your website, just the way I copied it. And if you have a developer, send it to it. But I want to use the Google Tag Manager instead of directly. So once your Google Tag Manager is active on your website, then you can put your Google Search Console there. Then it starts crawling and indexing your website. It's important you know that Google Search Console should be on your website. For Bing, I said there's Google, there's Bing. People don't use Bing much often. But for Bing, they also have their own Search Console. But the thing with Bing Search Console is once you have Google Search Console set up, you can import your information on Google Search Console to Bing Search Console. Same thing with Google My Business. Your Google My Business, once you have it set up, you can import your information directly to Bing places. You don't have to do the setup all over again. So I gave you 41 tips for optimizing your website. You set up your Google Search Console. Your website has to be mobile first. You have a sitemap. You upload it to Google Search Console. You have a blog section on your website. There should be a search bar if your website has a lot of pages. Then FAQ section to optimize for frequently asked questions. Search queries are question related. Then backlinking and link building. We talked about having menu bar on your website. Alt text, you have to name your images. Every image on your website has to be named. Your website has to load very fast. So you have to use SEO tools like there's SEM Rush. Most of these tools, the problem with them is they are paid. You have to pay for them to use them. So which is why you see that it's only specialists people that are specialized in SEO that most of the time pay for these things. Yeah, because for a digital marketer now, you have to pay for SEO tools, you pay for social media tools, you pay for this one, pay for this one. So it's a lot. So But GT Metrics is free. I'm trying to look. I don't know why it's not opening. I'm going to show you guys. So it shows you what images on your website are heavy. You can reduce the sizes. Yeah, thank God. So there are a lot of tools you can use, and depending on where you, if you're opportunity to work in places where they get to pay for these things, you can always experiment with them. So it's analyzing the website. So it tells you what images are heavy, how you can optimize your website so it loads pretty fast than the way it does. So that's basically what GT Metrics is for, and most of these SEO tools will do for you. Similar Web is another thing you can check out. It tells you what pages people visit on. You can check your competitors' website with Similar Web. No keywords that are relevant to your business. Top keywords that are you can even see the current ads your competitors are running with Similar Web, but it has to be the paid version. I've actually used the paid version because I work with an organization that would actually pay for it because it's expensive. So those are the tools. So now you can see it's saying A. Yeah, we have to clap for people that built HackCity Tech's website. So the grade is A, 99%, 94% structure. So I think everything is really good. So the fully loaded time is 1.2 seconds. So it takes 1.2 seconds for this website to load. So in 1.2 seconds, you can. So I don't think anybody's going to have a problem waiting for 1.2 seconds for our website to load. So which is why it's important to have to always test these things out on your website. So I think everything is okay. And we have green here. Avoid large layout shift low. Reduce unused JavaScript low. So which is good. If it's bad, to have a red or something. So there's performance. Let's see. So you can see green, all green. I think please let me come back to this screen. Can you guys help me clap for our website developers? Just comes emojis of clap. Cool. Yeah, thank you very, very much. So this is what you use GT Metrics for, basically, to check your website. So most of the time, it will tell you once your website is below par, it will tell you, so you can see sizes of images here. See 10.3 kilobytes. These are images, SVG, PNG, EduCat logo, 2.464 kilobytes. So all these things has to be small like this, so that your page will load fast. If they are big, you're having image of a 700 kilobytes and it's not important, you can reduce the size. So you can see everything here is low kilobytes. So which will ensure that your page load fast. So the direct URL part and all of that. So, and I also said our assignment is for us to go to keywordtool.io, look for your keywords that are related to your business, then go to the question section, pick one you like the most that you think you can address and write an article on it. Then we submit tomorrow in class. So thank you very much. I think it's 12 o'clock now. So thank you very much. Yemi, would you want to take over? Does anybody have any question before Yemi takes over, please? Any other question would like to ask? Send the material. Which material is that? Sorry. Do you mean this video? This video will be uploaded and the link will be shared in the group so you can watch to better understand. And this link, I think
okay,
we've shared.
Please,
we've
can
shared
you
this,
the question?
like this
Hello?
link, I think we've shared this like. Go on, Mr. Obaro. Get my network.
Okay, sorry. I was trying to say that the question, what you say we should solve, please if you can just type it exactly the question so that on WhatsApp group so that we'll get it right.
No
the
problem,
assignment.
I'll do that. No problem, I'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll share the link to this presentation. I think I've shared it before, but I'll share it again. Yeah. So, Yemi, you can take over now.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for attending today's session. You'll get your review questions for the day shortly. Kindly attempt it. And we'll also send the bootcamp review as well. And it will be linked to a YouTube video. So I'll send it to the group when it's ready. So thank you. See you tomorrow, same time. If you have any questions, you can actually post it in the group. And please note that this section is currently recorded. So we'll be posting it on YouTube once again. So thank you. Have a nice day, everyone. And if you haven't written your name for attendance, please do so before you leave.